From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, May 24th, 2018. Silver is trading at $16.44 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,295 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $32, and the average price of Bitcoin is $7,572. Antiwar.com reports one of the 12 demands issued by U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo was a complete pullout from Syria of all pro-Iranian forces. Iran has not really had a chance to respond, but Syria has already chimed in, rejecting the idea. Syrian Deputy Foreign Minister Faisal Mikdad said the matter is not even up for discussion, noting that the decision concerns the sovereignty of Syria. He added Syria's government is grateful for the help of Iranian military advisors as well as Russian troops. He further faulted the U.S. for its continued intervention in Syria and its support of terrorists in Syria and elsewhere. The U.S. military does have troops within Syria, but those troops were not invited by the Syrian government. The U.S. demand for an Iranian pullout likely centers on that being a major Israeli goal in Syria. Israel has repeatedly attacked Syria in recent months and insists that it is doing so to stop Iran from having a foothold in Syria. Are you looking for a cryptocurrency that has a focus on users and usability? Then look into Zencash. Zencash is the world's first private, distributed, and reliable platform for communications, transactions, and publishing. Zencash features global governance with inclusive decision-making, reliable funding for continuous improvements, and documentation and wallets in many languages that are available for Linux, Mac, Windows, and Android devices. Learn more at Zencash.com. That's Zencash.com. UPI reports owners of teams in the National Football League approved a new policy Wednesday to hand out punishments when players don't stand for the national anthem. Under the new policy, the league will fine teams, not players, if any players kneel or fail to properly show respect for the Star-Spangled Banner at the start of games. Individual teams, though, may adopt internal work rules for how players behave during the national anthem. A policy statement announced by NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said all team and league personnel on the field shall stand and show respect for the flag and the anthem. The policy now does allow players and personnel to stay in the locker room or similar locations off the field until the anthem is performed. The policy was unanimously approved by the league's 32 owners at a meeting in Atlanta. The old policy called for players to be on the field for the national anthem, but only said that they should stand. The NFL had no plan in place to stop San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick from kneeling during the anthem in 2016 to protest police violence. Kaepernick's protests were eventually picked up by other players and prompted some, including President Donald Trump, to criticize the players. Team owners have been split on how to deal with the issue. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones and Houston Texans owner Bob McNair have demanded their players stand. Others, like New York Jets owner Christopher Johnson, said a change in anthem protocol was uncalled for, adding that Jets players are free to protest without fear of NFL or team fines, and that he will cover the cost if any of his players are fined. Since the new policy is part of NFL game operations, it is not subject to the collective bargaining agreement between the league and the players' union. For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. They don't feed the banks. They're Bitcoin preferred and have removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports a federal judge in New York on Wednesday ruled that President Donald Trump may not legally block Twitter users from his account on the social media platform based on their political views. Trump has made his @RealDonaldTrump Twitter account an integral and controversial part of his presidency, using it to promote his agenda, announce policy, and attack critics. He has blocked many critics from his account, which prevents them from directly responding to his tweets. The U.S. District Judge in Manhattan ruled that comments on the president's account and those of other government officials were public forums, and that blocking Twitter users for their views violated their right to free speech under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Eugene Volokh, a law professor at UCLA who specializes in First Amendment issues, said the effect of the decision would reach far beyond Trump. The DOJ said, "We respectfully disagree with the court's decision and are considering our next steps." This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.